Hi, Kat Francis here. I'm teaching a workshop on paper dolls for MassMu Museum. If you picked up your kit at MassMu Museum for Do the Moo, you would have gotten a paper doll worksheet like this. This is a little character I drew. You also might have a boy character. So we left you two options to work from. So I'm going to go ahead and explain how we do these little movable paper dolls. Here is a finished one. I did this little like punk rock looking kind of paper doll character, and see he can move around, so you can kind of play with him. Drew a little skull on his shirt and gave him a little studded belt with the striped tube socks and blue hair. So I kind of made him my own and gave him some style. So since I already have my guy character, I'm gonna go ahead today and show you guys how to do this with my girl character here. I kind of took some influence from French folk art for this style. So what you would do first is we would color her. So this one, by the way, I did with just markers, which I fear most people have. You can use markers, colored pencil, you can use actual fabric, all kinds of different things. For the one I'm going to do today, I'm going to color her with crayons. I have all kinds of colors here. I have my glue ready, liquid glue, glue stick, scissors. You might notice in your kit you have some of these little pins. I found these googly eyes in my stash, and I thought these would be really fun to work with today. I have tissue paper. And then I have this other funky paper I found. You can use paper, fabric, anything you like, or you can just color with markers, colored pencils, and crayons. So first, I'm gonna go ahead and color in my lady here's face. So I'm gonna add some color to her. Give her some rosy cheeks. You can get creative with it, like give them some cool makeup. Maybe we'll give her some like cool black eyeshadow, maybe different colored eyebrows. My friend Erica is like a makeup extraordinaire, and she always has like blue and purple and like funky, really cool eyebrows. I love it. So I think I'm gonna give my character some blue eyebrows, and then I'm gonna give her some green hair. Here's my person so far with the green hair and the cool teal eyebrows. And I'm gonna go ahead and color her arms in, because I'm gonna have her in a short sleeve dress. So you probably also noticed in the printout there's a couple of different outfits. You could make it so that like a traditional paper doll, it has like the tabs so you can change the outfits, or you could make a few different paper dolls. We're also gonna offer these available to print out online in case you want to do more, or you didn't get up to the pickup on time. Go. And also, when you finish this, if you could tag MassMu Museum or post them on social media, I would love to see how your characters came out, what kind of outfits you gave them and stuff, and have fun with it. And then I'm going to color her legs. I'm going to give her some funky blue tights. And you know what else is cool about coloring them before you cut them out? You don't have to stay in the lines, because you're going to cut it out anyways, right? So you can go totally over the lines if you want. So this is what I'm working with now. See, she's got some blue tights, it colored in her arms and her hair. And then today I'm going to give her the dress. And so for her dress, I want to do it a collage way. So I'm gonna use tissue paper and this cool funky paper I found. You would do the same if you're using fabric. So if you plan to collage and use other materials, you'll wanna cut your character out first. You could also give your character a really cool name, right? Like, what should I name my character? I'm gonna name her, I feel like with like blue tights and green hair, she should have like some really cool funky name, like Star Child Mega Million. I don't know. This is really good mine. Some kind of like rock star name. Star Child Bowie. That's when my collars start to all gooey. I'm gonna cut her out. And also for materials, if you have a hole punch, that's awesome. I could not find my hole punch, so, which is actually kind of good because I can show you how this works if you don't have a hole punch, which not all of us have. All right, there we got her cut out. And you might notice there's little black circles on their like elbows and knees and things. That's what the hole punch would be useful for. But since I don't have a hole punch, I can show you how we can do it without a hole punch. And if you are printing these from home or plan to print more later, it is nice to print them on a thicker paper. But you know, we work with what we got, but some nice cardstock really is ideal. And I try to keep them when I drew these designs, pretty like simple designs to cut out, not give them a bunch of edges to have to work around and make you go a little crazy. You can also change up her hair. Maybe you don't like that I gave her short hair and you want to give her longer hair. You can draw out a wig for her. If you have tracing paper, you could play around with tracing, laying tracing paper over top of her and like, you know, tracing her body shape and designing your own clothes. Paper dolls are so much fun. The like possibilities are truly endless with them. They also are great to give friends, and what's cool is, you know, if you design your own paper doll, you can make lots of copies of it, share it with your friends. Right now is a good time for snail mail. You could send this to a friend or make more to send to a friend. You could color it to look like your friend, like I was inspired by my friend Erica's eyebrows. And there we go. So I've got her 2 forearms colored and cut out. So those are her biceps, her upper arms. Here's her little forearms and hands, her little feet, her legs. So she has 4 parts to her arms and 4 parts to her legs, and then her body. And she has 2 outfit options here. And like I said, since I'm collaging, I'm gonna cut out her outfit next, and I'm gonna use her little dress here. So I'll go ahead and cut that out. And remember, you can always design your own clothes to put on there. You don't have to use my dress or the little shorts jumper outfit I included. Maybe you wanna give her pants or like a prom dress. I don't know, you can do whatever you want, right? I'm gonna put these scraps this way. So see, I have her little dress cut out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a crayon, marker, pencil, pen, and I want her dress to be this cool, like, pattern. Let's see up close. Like, kind of neat. I got it at IKEA a long time ago. And I'm gonna lay her dress on top of here and trace it. So I'll just trace her little outfit. And here we go. And then I'm going to cut that out. And this is me designing my own dress. So if you were doing this with fabric, it works the same way. Trace it, probably use like a felt marker or a fabric marker. And just trace it over there, or chalk. You could use chalk to trace onto fabric. Let's see, I've got her little dress shape now. I'll do it over my background so you can see a little better with this pattern. Okay. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and put her body together before we get much further on this dress. So see how there's these black circles? There's 4 of them on her body. So that's where you could use a hole punch to punch those 4 holes. If you don't have a hole punch like I don't, you're gonna kind of fold that shoulder in and take your scissors, and if you know, you're younger, you might want to ask an adult for help with this. And I'm going to just cut a little hole with my circle and then cut a little hole with my scissors and then unbend. And then you can kind of see there's a hole there. So I'll do that for all 4 parts. And this is how we're going to attach all of her limbs. So you do that for 4 holes on her body. And then we'll do the same for the rest of the body. So see how there's 2 holes on there? So since I don't have a hole punch, but if you don't have a hole punch, you could do it that way. But since I don't, I'm gonna fold it right where that hole is and cut a little circle there. You can also take, if you're, you know, an adult, you can take an X-Acto blade and cut it out. And if you accidentally cut off the thing when you're cutting a little circle, tape's fine. Or you could trace it and recut it out. Let me get the other parts. I'm just gonna cut out all those black circles and the last piece. Now these tacks, we sent enough to make 1 paper doll. If you want to make more than 1, you can find these little bendable pin things you can find them anywhere, Michael's, anything like that. Okay, so we have these little pins, and if you notice they're kind of in the shape of a T. You're gonna place her arm on top of the hole, so you match up the holes, and then you're gonna put the pin through. And then you're gonna open the little metal pieces up. See? And then I folded mine in because they're kind of long. So they're like that. And see, now she can move her little arm. So we'll do that with all the little parts. I'm gluing on her dress after I put her together, just because that seems easier to me. You can do this in the other order if you would like. So put little pins on. You just want to be careful you don't accidentally tear your little doll. Cool. And so far I've got little arms. And once again, if you're under the age 12, this might be easier if you ask an adult for help. So I'm going to attach her legs. And I'm just bending the pins in the back a little bit smaller just so they're more hidden. So far this is what I've got. I just got to put the bottoms of her legs on. And what's kind of cool about, you know, the other one I did, which is marker, is you could still do that and then also still make a little fabric dress to glue on if you want. So the possibilities are endless of making these little dolls. Okay, so now we've got a body, and she can move and she can dance and she can groove all around. So now to make her dress, I'm going to take the glue. Glue sticks dry faster. Liquid glue sticks just as well, but it just takes a little longer to dry. And I went ahead and just put my glue right on her stomach. So see why I was able to assemble her first? I didn't want to have to worry about putting holes through the dress that goes on top. So I put a big glop of glue on her belly, and then I'm just matching her dress up and just holding it down. And see, she's got this like cool dress on now. And then I'm gonna take my googly eyes. Remember I said I had googly eyes? And then you can also put a little glue up towards her neck too. And she's still able to move because the dress isn't like glued down completely at the top. So I can still move her around. Make sure you can see her. It kind of looks like all patchwork, right? Like a Nightmare Before Christmas. And then remember I had those googly eyes? This is my plan with the googly eyes. I'm gonna take 3 googly eyes. In this I probably will need the liquid glue because they're a little heavier. If you're using fabric, liquid glue or tacky glue or fabric glue would work best. Put a little glue on my googly eyes. And I want this girl to look awesome. I want her to have such cool style. And so 3 googly eyes. You could use buttons, you could use ribbons. I wanted her to have googly eye buttons going down her dress. Wouldn't that be cool to have like googly eye like buttons down your outfit? So there you have it. There's my paper doll and her punk rock boy. I hope you have fun making these cool paper dolls. I hope you enjoy them. I would love to see your designs and what they ended up turning out like. So if you do post them on social media, hashtag MassMu Museum or tag them so we can check them out. Thanks for joining us for Do the Moo. I hope you all are staying safe and happy and healthy. All right, thanks. Bye.